watching TVC News at 7. The Nigerian government needs to do more to ensure it meets the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, especially in the realization of Goals 1 and 5.
This was a finding of a research conducted by a research and development initiative in the capital city, Abuja. Moya Thomas reports.
Goal 1 of the Sustainable Development Goals is hinged on ending poverty, while Goal 5 is on gender equality. The United Nations created the SDGs in 2015 with a hope to transform the world by the year 2030. It is expedient that countries which are signatories to this agenda to do all within their resources to ensure its implementation. Successive governments in Nigeria have made efforts to end poverty, and the government of President Buhari has also followed suit by introducing a number of initiatives towards this goal. Despite these efforts, Nigeria was recently announced as the poverty capital of the world. These researchers believe government needs to concentrate more on implementation.
They said we are going to put, in these 3 years, 1.5 trillion naira. 500 billion naira a year is not a joke, right? But what have they actually done? Which is part of the problem of this country, ab initio.
The federal government is assuming too much responsibility. The states must be the ones to handle poverty along the local governments, and the federal government should be subsidizing and supporting those activities rather than taking the central role trying to eliminate poverty from Abuja.
There is indeed a dynamics between poverty and insecurity, but which precedes the other is hard to tell. One thing that is sure, though, is the relationship between unchecked population growth and poverty.
The collective impact of that decision now is borne by the society. And so the population is growing at a rate that is faster than the rate of growth of economy.
We are not actually doing as much as we should do. Two, it also shows that we are doing growth, but growth is not reaching the poor. And it speaks to inequality issue. If you are having economic growth, but economic growth is actually absorbed by a proportion of the economy that are not poor, so you don't see the effect on poverty.
Industrialization remains one of the core tools to ending poverty. It is imperative that Nigeria moves from a primary commodity economy by adding value to its raw materials in order to remove 89 million Nigerians from extreme poverty. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.